If anybody in here expected anything different, good college basketball game. Right down to the wire. Thought we handled a lot of tough situations today pretty well. Best player in the game played 8 minutes. You saw just a little bit of what he could do when he was in. Just controlled the whole game with pick and rolls and passes. And unfortunately, today he didn't get a play. But Will Riley, I thought, was kind of broke out of what he's been in. But truthfully, I thought the game was the free throw line. You can't go on the road and miss 10 free throws. And a couple big plays when, Trey White got fouled, shooting a 3 and missed 2 of 3, and then we give up the lob. Big play, and then we had the layup. Thought it'd be an and one, and Will missed a couple. But you can't go come in here and miss free throws and expect to win against a team that I thought they guarded exceptionally well and took our 3-ball away. But I thought Tommy, do want to mention, gutted it up. I thought he was really good. He's got strep throat. He's been on antibiotic for 3 days. Just the opportunity to play just feels awful. But so all in all, I thought our bench was good, did a nice job, and thought we did everything situationally pretty good down the stretch.
Brad, talk about expectations. Did you ever expect you could get 16 points from Riley and 954 off the bench? What explanation did they give you on the technical?
They teed our bench. Their guy was up, but our guy got the tee. So I didn't get the tee. It was considered on our bench. Unfortunate, 2-point game. But Jeff's a great official. He's one of the best in the country. And we see Will Riley. Will Riley's had 31 in a game. He's a freshman. He's gone through it. He's had to go through being at the top of the scouting report, which he was for a long time, and missing some easy shots and finding his way. But he's got that capability offensively.
I'm wondering, Brad, about
where we at?
Over here. Sorry. The job that Michigan State did defensively on Kasparis in the little bit of time that he was out there, like what did they do defensively maybe that or I guess more on the offensive side in terms of drawing the fouls from him?
Well, they did nothing defensively. He was diced him up to start the game. If anybody thinks that he was guarded very well, there hasn't been one player in the country or one team in the country guard him with any success. He's a maestro. He is completely different than anybody else. And you saw the little 3-minute stretch he went on that he did play. Every bucket was easy. He got a layup. He's that dude now. He is. Don't make any mistake. If he's not the best point guard in the country, he is very close. And he's 18 years old. I don't know. I got to look at the film. I meant
the other way. Not. I misspoke when I said that. I meant when he was on the defensive end. What did they do to draw the fouls?
I don't know. I mean, we've seen that all year. I don't know. I got to look at the film. I would be just speculating. He's laying on the floor the first play of the game. He's laying on the floor when they called it. So I don't know. I got to look at the film.
Coach, going back to that final possession, is there anything you would do differently on that play?
No, it's the same play we just scored 19 straight times on. And not 19, that's an exaggeration. But when you're in the paint, I just get it on the rim. Bam got the ball in the paint. We lifted. All it was a simple double drag with the floor spaced. And we were either going to get it in the paint and shoot a layup, which Bam had, or we were going to, the way they were hedging, we were going to keep cutting it up. So not one regret whatsoever on that one.
Brad, around here we listen and we hear Coach Izzo mention your name as kind of one of the coaches he communicates with a lot. You guys have a relationship. Short of your team getting the outcome you wanted, how has that relationship with Coach Izzo helped you prepare your teams, specifically coming to the Breslin Center to play?
You know, in 2003, maybe 2004, I was a JUCO coach in Daytona Beach, and would get up on Sunday mornings or Saturday mornings and watch his teams play. And now, tell you how old both of us are getting, and how long he's been doing it. But I always said I wanted to do it like that. I wanted to be that. I wanted my teams to play that hard. And you emulate guys and you befriend them and you start talking to them, and then you find out how much you truly have in common. What you truly value is much more than a win, and it's much more than he's a rip your head off competitor. Guess what? So am I. If we want to go to the parking lot, he and I will both go fight and see who wins, and then we'll hug each other and respect each other afterwards. And that's, I got so much respect for that type of person. But he cares about kids. He wants them to do well when their time is done and the ball stops bouncing, and that's everything I am. And we've just hit a great relationship. We talk because we think a lot. We're both honest with each other about our teams, and I got a lot of respect for that.
Brad, you played 2 games without KJ at all. How was this different where he was in?
3.
And
2.5. 2 3/4. 2 9/10. How about that?
Just how was it different where he was in and then out and just it maybe wasn't steady?
We know how good we are when we have him. I mean, Bam was tremendous. Thought our bench was tremendous. Did a lot of good things. He elevates everybody at a rate that's really hard to define. And I'm not trying to blow smoke up him. He knows how good he is. He doesn't need me telling him that. But he is just different. And you look, and two of our losses, he hasn't been a very active participant.
Brad, how did you try to manage his foul trouble, especially that he goes back in with 4? Did you tell him anything, and what did you think of the one that he fouls out on?
Well, I'm not going to go there with that one, especially till I watch the film. But the 4th one was awful. I'll say that. He got shoved in the back and pushed into a guy, and I mean that one was just gross. I mean he doesn't make it to the first media. And so from that point on, it was, just trying to keep him a little bit fresh, a little bit engaged. We bought him a minute to give Kylan a little blow. And then at the 7-minute mark, they were on a little run, and then it was you either go back with your hosses and get it done and get back in the game. And I mean, he had a pretty impressive stretch there where he dominated the game and got us right back in it. And obviously the 5th happened, and so.
Brad, over here on your left. I was wondering, I think it was about 9 minutes to go. They were shooting free throws. You were talking along the sideline with Tom. Do you mind sharing what you guys were talking about at that point?
I'll let him tell you. It was really a positive moment for the conference.
Brad, with what you said about Tommy and his health going through, were you trying to manage his minutes throughout this whole game?
He was dead. He couldn't breathe. His tonsils look like they're gross. Okay. And so he couldn't breathe. He woke up this morning. He's like, I can't breathe.
On that level, could you talk about what you got out of Morez at that spot when you couldn't play Tommy?
I mean, it's a nice luxury to have a guy like Morez, and Morez I thought was exceptional. He gave us a real presence at the rim. I thought defensively he was tremendous. He finished. Got to the foul line, put some foul pressure on him, and the value Tommy gives us offensively is really hard to replace. All those cuts late were his passing, and when you can shoot it like Tommy, you have to push up and guard him. And unfortunately, Tommy made 4 or 5 the other night at Indiana. When you're sick, you just feel like mush, and he did, but his passing was spot on, and Morez's play was impactful as well.
So I know yesterday we talked about their bench, but what do you like about how your bench is shaping up at this point of the season?
There couldn't be any better. I thought Jake Davis came in and gave us a lift. Obviously, Will had a night, but we have a bunch of guys who are all capable of scoring big nights. We've seen it out of Draven. I think we've got 8 guys that have had 20 points or more in a game, and Merez and each of them have a little something different. I think that really bodes well for what this team's future can be as we move towards the end of conference play and NCAA tournament.
Okay.
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead.
Being one of the few matchups where you guys are going to play each other twice and you get to host this MSU team, are you glad, foul trouble and all this, how this kind of played out? Are you glad you get another crack at MSU later in this
I wish we got a crack at everybody. I wish the league would play 34 league games and just play everybody twice, and let's have a real league that plays everybody twice. Wouldn't that be fun? You don't think the fans in here didn't enjoy that?
Love it.
How about the fans in Champaign? We get to have that game too. How about let's play 34 league games and we all play each other twice? That'd be fun. Thank you.